and welcome to English Breakthrough, the podcast that helps you unlock your English potential. I'm Anna.
And I'm Mark. Anna, I have to say, I'm really excited about today's episode.
Me too, Mark. So, how's your week been?
Pretty good. I've been drinking way too much coffee, though. I think I had 4 cups before lunch today.
4 cups. Mark, that's a lot. You're going to be awake until next Tuesday.
I know. What about you? How are things?
I'm doing well. I've been reading a really interesting book about language learning, and it actually inspired today's topic.
Perfect. And speaking of today's topic, we should tell our listeners something important first.
Absolutely. If you're new to English Breakthrough, welcome. We're so glad you're here. And if you've been listening for a while, thank you so much for your support.
We have a small request. If you're enjoying the podcast, please hit that subscribe button. It helps us reach more English learners around the world.
Yes, and please like this episode, share it with your friends, and leave us a comment. We love hearing from you. Tell us where you're listening from or share what topics you'd like us to cover.
We read every comment, and they honestly make our day. Your feedback helps us create better content for you.
Okay, shall we get started with today's topic?
Let's do it.
So, Mark, today we're talking about something that affects millions of English learners around the world.
And what's that?
The fear of making mistakes. Specifically, we're going to talk about how to stop worrying and start actually speaking English.
Oh, this is such an important topic. Anna, I think almost every language learner has experienced this fear at some point.
Exactly. And you know what? This fear holds so many people back. They study grammar for years. They know thousands of words. But when it's time to actually speak, they freeze.
Right. They stay in their comfort zone, reading, writing, maybe listening, but they avoid speaking because they're afraid of sounding silly or making mistakes.
And that's exactly what we want to help with today. We're going to talk about why this fear exists, how to overcome it, and how to build the confidence to actually use your English in real life.
Because here's the thing, English isn't just about knowing the rules. It's about communication. It's about connecting with people.
Beautifully said. And the main idea of today's episode is this: mistakes are not your enemy, they're your teacher. When you embrace mistakes and stop being afraid, that's when real progress happens.
I love that. Okay, let's dive in and help our listeners break free from this fear.
So, Mark, let's start with the big question. Why are people so afraid of making mistakes in English?
Well, I think there are a few reasons. First, a lot of people are self-conscious. They worry about what others will think if they say something wrong.
Right. They think, what if people laugh at me? Or what if I sound stupid?
Exactly. And here's the thing. Most of that fear is in your own head. In reality, when you make a mistake, people usually don't care. They just want to understand you.
That's so true. In fact, most native speakers are really impressed when someone is learning their language. They don't judge mistakes, they appreciate the effort.
Absolutely. And here's another reason people are afraid. Perfectionism. They think they need to speak perfectly like a native speaker or not speak at all.
Oh, that's a huge problem. Because guess what? You don't need to be perfect. Fluency doesn't mean speaking without mistakes. It means speaking smoothly enough to communicate your ideas.
Right. Even native speakers make mistakes all the time. We say and we forget words, we correct ourselves. It's completely normal.
Exactly. So let's talk about mindset shifts. This is where we replace negative thinking with positive thinking. Ready?
Ready.
Instead of thinking, I'm terrible at speaking English, try saying, speaking English is hard, but I'm getting better every time I practice.
Perfect. Or instead of, I'll never sound like a native speaker, say,
My accent is part of who I am, and it's unique and beautiful.
I love that. Here's another one. Instead of, I'm so embarrassed about my mistakes, say, every mistake teaches me something new.
Yes. And instead of, I can't speak English well, try, I'm a work in progress, and that's okay.
These mindset shifts are so important because they change how you feel about learning. When you think positively, you practice more. And when you practice more, you improve faster.
It's a positive cycle. Okay, Anna, let's give our listeners some practical tips. What can they do today to start overcoming this fear?
Great question. Let's start with small, daily goals. Here are some examples.
Number 1, learn 3 new words or phrases today and use them in sentences.
Number 2, watch a short video in English, maybe 5 or 10 minutes, and try to repeat what you hear.
Number 3, practice speaking to yourself in English. Describe what you're doing, like I'm making coffee or I'm walking to the store.
Number 4, send a voice message in English to a friend or a language partner.
And number 5, give it a shot and greet someone in English today, even if it's just good morning or how are you?
These are all small, manageable goals. You don't have to do something huge. Just take one tiny step forward each day.
And remember, practice makes perfect. The more you speak, the easier it gets.
Now let's talk about fun ways to practice. Because if learning isn't fun, you won't stick with it. Mark, what are your favorite fun learning methods?
Oh, I have a few. First, watch movies or TV shows in English with subtitles. Start with subtitles in your own language, then switch to English subtitles, and eventually try watching without any subtitles.
That's brilliant. I also love listening to English songs and singing along. It helps with pronunciation and rhythm.
Yes, and here's a fun one. Read comics or graphic novels in English. They're entertaining and the pictures help you understand the story.
Ooh, good one. You can also play video games in English. It's interactive and engaging.
And here's my favorite. Find a language exchange partner or join an online community. Practice speaking with real people in a friendly, supportive environment.
Those are all amazing. And the key is to find what you enjoy. If you love cooking, watch cooking shows in English. If you love sports, listen to sports podcasts.
Exactly. Make English a part of your daily life, not just a boring textbook exercise.
Now, let's talk about power phrases. These are positive affirmations you can say to yourself to stay motivated. Mark, want to share some?
Absolutely. Here's the first one. I will understand this soon. I just need more time and practice.
Love it. Here's another. My English is good enough to communicate, and that's what matters. Yes. And here's one more. I'm proud of myself for learning another language. Not everyone has the courage to do this.
These power phrases really help. Listeners, write one of these down and read it every morning.
And here's the thing. When you stop being afraid and start speaking, amazing things happen. You gain confidence, you make friends, you discover new opportunities.
Right, and the more you practice, the more natural it feels. Speaking English becomes less scary and more enjoyable.
And let me tell you something important. Your accent is not a problem. Your accent is part of your identity. It shows where you come from, and it's something to be proud of.
Yeah, the goal isn't to sound exactly like a native speaker. The goal is to communicate clearly and confidently.
Exactly. So let's practice something right now. Listeners, we want you to repeat after us. Ready?
Ready. Here we go. I am brave.
I can speak English.
Mistakes help me learn.
I am proud of my progress.
I will keep trying.
Great job, everyone. How did that feel? We hope it felt empowering.
Okay, everyone, let's bring this home. Anna, can you summarize the main points from today's episode?
Of course. So today we talked about, number 1, the fear of making mistakes and why it holds people back. Number 2, mindset shifts, replacing negative thoughts with positive ones. Number 3, small daily goals you can start today. Number 4, fun ways to practice, movies, songs, comics, games, and conversation partners. Number 5, power phrases to keep you motivated. And number 6, embracing your accent and remembering that communication is the goal, not perfection.
And here's the most important message. Everyone learns at their own pace. Don't compare yourself to others. The only question that matters is, am I a little bit better than yesterday?
Yes, celebrate your small wins. Maybe today you learned a new word. Maybe you understood a sentence in a movie. Maybe you said hello to someone in English. All of these matter.
And remember, you're a work in progress, and that's beautiful. Learning a language takes time, and that's okay.
Don't give up. Every time you take the plunge and speak, you're building your confidence and improving your skills.
Before we go, we'd love to ask for your support. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to English Breakthrough and share it with someone who's learning English.
And leave us a comment. Tell us, what's your biggest fear when speaking English? Or share a power phrase that motivates you. We'd love to hear from you.
We'll be back next week with another episode full of tips, encouragement, and practical advice.
Until then, keep learning, stay positive, and remember, you are doing an amazing job. We believe in you.
Keep speaking, keep trying, and don't be afraid of mistakes. They're part of the journey.
Bye, everyone. Keep learning and stay positive.
Bye, see you next time.